So now finally they. Oh, that's why. They're all going for mechs. And then they start on power. We'd gone for power, they went for mechs. And so while we were splitting up our team to work on getting a lot more power and stuff going, they were working. Sort of a, yeah. Instead of splitting up the duties, they were trying to do everything each on their own to start with. That starved them for energy, I bet. And then they're just leaving that there. Definitely something you want to watch out for, leaving your workers idle. And then they hop on another factory, both being independent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and a power storage. Just working on number 5 there. And so far we have quite a bit more up than they do. I think they have more mechs. 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. But we definitely have more power. This is when we're starting to starve for power. Oh. And they're just leaving their workers idle. I mean, our workers are actually working. That's the mistake they made. They were leaving their workers idle, which means that when it came down to it, able to hand it. It's about speeding this up. So they finally get some of their workers moving, but by now their economy isn't as strong as ours. So you can see our economy is in the positive, and they're just slowly pumping out things. So slowly. And I'm searching around. There's my fighter. And they're leaving their commander idle there. This commander is actually doing something at least. Let me see it. I think this is when he dropped out and came back. But still, just no good. By then we'd already had gained quite a bit and started building factories. There you go. All the factories queued up. And we were just going to stop them. And then this commander's not doing anything either. And this commander's not doing anything either. So pretty much they're just building mechs. They've got these which suck power. About half of what these do. So 2 of them just suck out all the power. But these guys slowly moving around here. If they hadn't left all of their workers idle, they probably could have gotten more of an economy up. But start building defenses because of my aircraft, which definitely something I did not mean to do, but that disruption, just anything that takes them off of normal build order. So they start getting things back up by then. We have way more factories than they do. And we're already hitting Tech 2. Going into the red, though, sadly to do it. Not sure what they're at because I can't view it. But building more mechs everywhere. We're here with, so all those queued up, those over there. We're about halfway done at this point with that advanced vehicle factory. And they just started, finally, on it. So taking more time, they're finally getting air up, which means they haven't scouted us at all. So they have no idea what we have or where we are at this time. We're already planning our defenses, knowing approximately where they are. But they're just trying to line up. They've got an approximate idea. But not enough to know exactly where we are. Speed it up again. So still building more factories. Fighter flying around. Kills that, so they lose all intel towards the north. which is not a good thing. These things can only cover about this far. Oh, about that far. So they start popping a few, but wow, they're missing really bad. Goes in, pulls back. They start building factories, but oh, yeah, not building a lot of military. And Pelter goes up, and they just charge right through those bots, just chewing. Tanks are definitely, when it comes down to straight on against enemies, nothing does it. He's chasing them, and eventually that one goes down after all of those have to team up. But by then we already got one sneaking in, and they're into the power. So they've got some Tech 2 up, but all of their Tech 2 goes just to building these artillery. No economy increases, nothing. Their basic economy is just built off of Tech 1, which isn't a horrid thing, but it's just not enough to sustain a large force necessary. And so they build some tanks, get them fueled up there. And their ants are clumped tightly together so they can get a few more shots off. Then these ants are just dying as they approach. But by then, they had already snuck around behind us. Moving back in. Building another Tech 2, more power generators, and Tech 2 economy for us, giving us a nice heavy push. And already working on some catapults, which will give us sort of control range all along here. Missiles just sort of... And his commander goes down. Alright, and he's got bots filtering in from the north. And they're just coming in almost unstoppable. They're so quick. It's so hard for them to do anything. And there goes my bombers, just driving in. Just running around everywhere. And so the artillery's still good. And we're getting close to the point where it's just not enough economy. They pushed up north, but found them, and they really needed to expand their Tech 2 economy. It's the main problem. It's just... And then their commander... actually... I need to see this. Did their commander commit suicide or not? I think so. Because I don't think we hit him. But I think at this point he realizes there's no way and surrenders. And that is it for ballistic logistics. Oath Alliance and Adam West win the match against Sayoto 51 and Zenkar, or Xtar, depending on how